Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make eyes pop. We're going to look at how to turn an image from this to this in just a few simple steps. Cool, let's get into Photoshop. So now we're in Photoshop. This is a photo that I've edited earlier. We're just going to make the eyes pop now. So what we're going to do first is just reduce the size of the pupils. So firstly, we're going to duplicate our background layer. You can do this by right-clicking on it, going duplicate layer. And then we're going to go filter, liquify. Now we're going to zoom into the eyes of our image. I'm going to select this tool here, and I'm going to set the brush to just a little bit bigger than the pupil. And on there, we're going to keep clicking till it gets to the desired size. And then the same on the other one. You want to make sure that they're both the same size, otherwise it's just going to look weird. Okay, so click OK. So what you'll notice here is the eyelid is popping a bit over the top of the iris. So we're going to go back into Filter, Liquify. And I'm going to select this little nudge tool here and just make the brush small enough that we can slowly nudge it back into position. Let's just check the other eye. That looks good there. Okay, and now we're sorted. So the next step is to brighten the eyes. So we're going to do this by making a new adjustment layer. I'm going to go to Curves. Once this is open, we're going to brighten it. And it's going to affect the whole image, but what you want to do is just focus on the actual irises so they look brighter and aren't overexposed. So I think we're going to go for about there. And then we're going to click on the mask and invert that by going Command and I. That's going to completely turn off the mask now. So now what we want to do is press B for brush. I want to make sure my opacity and flow is at 100%. It's set to white. I want to make the brush just a little bit bigger than the pupil, but not quite as big as the iris. And I'm going to start clicking, and you'll see it starts to add a glow. Same on the other side. So what you'll notice is we've lightened the pupil a little bit too much. So if we double click here on this layer, we can use the underlying layer and bring that back until we get our blacks back. And then when we found the spot, we're going to hit Option, click this to split these. And then we're just going to separate them to make that look like a more natural blend. I'm going to click OK. So you can see we're really adding a highlight there. What you'll notice is the fact it's also going onto the eyelid. So what I want to do is click back onto my mask, get my brush again, set it to black, and I'm just going to paint back over the top so we're not overlapping. And you can make it smaller and then just come around the edge of the iris as well, just to make sure we're not going over the edge. You'll see actually it starts to bring a bit of a dark line back around the edge of the eye. So to go one step further now, we're just going to go to Vibrance. And we're just going to crank that quite high, maybe add a bit of saturation in there. But you'll see it's affecting the whole image now. It's making everything really orange. So by pressing this little icon down here, it's going to affect just the layer below it. So if we click that, then it's only going to affect the area we've got selected. So what we can do now is maybe merge those two together into a group. Let's just call this Eye Edit. And you'll see if we turn that on and off, how you get that glow appearing within the eye. So if you think that's a bit strong, you can just drop the opacity down. So yeah, so I think that's nice. It's got some really nice textures in the eye there. So if we zoom out, and you can see before and after, you can see how that really transforms the eyes and makes them look great. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little tip there. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I drop a video. If you'd like to see more of my photos, you can follow me on Instagram. That's @AdamBrazierPortraits, and keep creating. See ya.